EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the LA Chargers. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway in Southern California. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They started on the ground with Eckler. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. You look at this Raiders defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And that's going to be good for Chargers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. The Chargers had 10-3 on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Let's go, let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Daniel Bellinger, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
On first down, it's Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On first down, Justin Herbert. Dalton Kincaid, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
On second down, Roberson, 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that A terrific achievement.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 13. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Roberson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On second down now, Roberson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Charger drive about to get going. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as he's got. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 26-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
21. Go. Set.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Herbert operating from the red zone. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. Dicker down attack on the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right on the 30. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. Nick has been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now it's Herbert. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Home to try.
Herbert just beat the play clock. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
They snap it to Herbert. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Roberson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 47-yard line.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Now, this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And now an audible here into something else.
At the Chargers' 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, Roberson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Roberson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 76 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, Roberson. And a loose football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Right back to him on first down. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Touchdown Raiders from 3 yards out. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. On as the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Herbert. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Herbert now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Running on first down, Eckler. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Toward the pylon, caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first down. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
Go.
They'll run for it with Spiller. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. A long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. Goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Fights him off. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move,
and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 8 yards there on a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Roberson, and just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by Deion Henley. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23. The Charger drive about to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. 109 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Roberson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
On first down, Roberson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Up the middle they go. Roberson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Right back to him on first down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. They'll run on first down. Roberson. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On first down, Roberson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one's over. It's in the